Hello everyone, welcome back to TrevDog Gaming here on YouTube. This is the game Satisfactory, and we're currently Season 1, and now Episode 19. Well, I wanted to show you a few things progress-wise that I was getting up to. One thing we have to get going here, ages and ages ago, I don't know how many episodes ago, I stopped this. So this needs to go into here, and it needs to keep going, because these heavy modular frames are basically used upstairs here, and they have been stopped for quite a while. So I'll show you what they're doing. They're meant to be coming in over this side, which they are now. So they've been missing for quite a while, to enable us to make the adaptive control unit. So we've got a few in here already, but we didn't have the heavy modular frames coming in, so we seriously need to get a lot of those running. So looking up in the top right hand corner of the screen there, for completing phase 4 objective, there's 4 items. Now the nuclear pass is on the right, so we kind of have to send the little spaceship back up again, which we'll do in a sec, to try to get the nuclear pasta started. But I've got the other 3. Actually, we might do that first. Let's just float down here. Everything is in here for this, by the way, so I think I need... Is it 100 of them, 200 of them, 50 of them, and 2,500 of them? There you go. How about we get that one rocking as quickly as possible? So that, and that. Alright, so that'll be basically the last of the Tier 8.
Number 9, nuclear pasta, can be created in the particle accelerator. The accelerator has vast and fluctuating power demands, depending on the recipe, so will need careful integration with your factory. Fix-It does not waste, so nuclear waste can be refined by the particle accelerator into plutonium for reuse in the nuclear power plant. Fun fact: Fix-It psychologists suggest factory designs reflect the minds of their creators in unexpected ways. On an unrelated note, your infrastructural choices have been interesting.
I'm not sure if that's true. She's just pulling my leg. Anyhow, so that's gone up. What's it say? Wow, 20 minutes before that comes back. Holy dooly. Alright, I want to show you what I got up to off camera. So, there's a couple of these Phase 4 items that are actually over here to the right now. So when I press O on the keyboard and it brings up the list of parts, there's a few there that I haven't made yet. Well, some of them I have now, but they were kind of missing, and I think those were perhaps some of the items that I did need for the Phase 4 objective. So let's have a look. If you remember ages ago, I was making the versatile framework down the bottom here. Well, when they get through all this storage here, they pop up on the top here. And I was going to store a lot more of them. I had no idea how many I needed, but look at this. Like, it's still chockers, even though they're coming into this assembler here. But look, if you look up here in the top right hand corner, I need 500 of these magnetic field generators. I've got all those versatile frameworks, so it's not like they're going to run out. Then I had to make electromagnetic control rods, which is kind of behind that big rock there. And then basically they're filling this up, so in here I need 500, and I'm almost halfway. So 234 sitting in there at the moment, so that's great. We're getting to the point where we're making that. They're the control rods, and they come from over here. So that's kind of like another section of the production plant, I guess. I mean, we're not manufacturing everything in a mega factory. We've just got all these kind of small to medium sized factories sitting all over the map, basically. So, yeah, if I look at this, so the nuclear past is on the far right of the completing phase 4 objective. We need 100 of them. Wonder if we can... Do we have to wait until we get right to the... Oh no, it's there now. Okay. So what does it need? A pressure conversion cube. Oh, and then copper powder. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so the pressure conversion cube is what? The fused modular frame mixed with the radio control unit. So, okay, we're about to go over to where these are being made. So to me, it kind of feels like this pressure conversion cube is going to be made in that area too. And then once that's made, I need to be mixing it with copper powder to finally get the nuclear pasta. Okay. However, oh, what's the copper powder? It's just the copper ingots. Oh, that should be, yeah, easy peasy. Oh, 30 of the copper ingots are needed to make 5, and it's done in a constructor. Okay, okay. So we're not, all these other ones are new, all these ones listed just here, but the thermal propulsion rocket, in the top right hand corner, right next to nuclear pasta up here, it says 250 of these. So we've got to make basically 125 of all of these other times each one of these individual component quantities, because every time you do that you're actually making effectively 2 of these. So yeah, it's still a lot of stuff. But yeah, the fused modular frame and the cooling system and the turbo motors, they're actually already in this area that I'm going to, but the modular engine wasn't. It was actually here. Um, yeah, so it's actually just over the other side there. Where I was showing you the heavy modular frames there, it's just above there. But it's not in the area where I'm going to. So, and now we get down here. No, that's a bit too far the other way, Trev. There you go. Over there. So we'll head in that direction. So the modular, what was it? The motors that I don't. I did have them being made over here, but it's too far away. And then I realised I might as well just make them locally. So I started a completely new manufacturing plant. This area is getting huge. It's everything's being made in this area now, by the sounds of it. I don't know whether everyone else has found that when they do the Satisfactory map, but yeah, it seems to be. And I don't even think I've exposed half the map yet. So there's got to be some other areas where you can scale up production, perhaps. I don't know. Anyway, we'll head over in that direction. So yeah, just before we head towards the oil area, we'll just go off to the left up here. You'll see how big this area is becoming. I probably need to make some more hypertubes. So if we go this way, so that way we'll go down to the oil. If I go this way, this whole yeah, I need to fix that thing up too. That's a bit weird. So this area all up in here, it is getting so big. It's manufacturing so much stuff, and it's kind of multi-leveled now too. It's getting rather very large up here. So it's only when you get through to here you realise just how big this this area is becoming. So that's kind of the latest addition in that corner over there. Conveyor belts going everywhere. Okay, I'll just hit E here so we actually get off here. It's got manufacturing under here, stuff going through here. Goodness me. Alright. So I did at one stage think that this area was getting pretty big, but now it's it just kept crawling down this direction. So, yeah, we've got quite a lot happening up here. So this area here has kind of been expanding quite a lot. I was making... So this fused modular frame is important. That's one that we kind of need. And believe it or not, see that manufacturer up the top there? That's the latest, I guess, manufacturing plant. A fair bit of gear from here has to be lifted up to the top up there, and this is one of them. Then I expanded this way over to the other side over here. Oh my goodness. So we had motors out of here, and I've been hijacking them a little bit. Now they're coming back this way, and they're being used with a bunch of other stuff in here, is making the modular engine. So this is kind of what I was whoops, don't delete it. The motors, the smart plating and the rubber. So I hijacked the rubber, I've hijacked the motors, but then I've had to remanufacture the smart plating to make the modular engines, and they're sitting here. So that's only that's probably the latest thing I built. So there's almost 50 in there at the moment. So the modular engines and oops, the fused. Oops, where are they? Here. The fused modular frames, they both have to go up on top there. So I think what I was trying to build, so these are all new, but I was trying to build this. So the modular frames, the fused modular frames, sorry, and the modular engines, they need to be sent by conveyor belts up to the top here, and then we need to take these two which are further up, the turbo motor and the cooling system, have to be brought down to this little platform here, which is where we're going to set this thing up to make the thermal propulsion rocket. How's that? Does that make sense? Oh my goodness. So the other two are up here a fair way. I'm not quite sure which is the best way to bring them down. Maybe just back down here. So they've got a little bit of a distance to travel. Like I said, this whole area up here is massive now. There's so much manufacturing going on. So, that's the radio controlled units. The cooling systems are coming over here from the right. So I've got motors, rubber, radio controlled units, and the cooling system manufacturing the turbo motors. They're still working, but they don't come out very often. So here's one now. Whee! So there they go. So heat sinks are probably slowing things down. Yeah, the heat sinks are slowing things down. So we might need to do something about increasing that production so we can get these coming out a bit faster. See that though, it's only 18%. Holy dooly. So they're going as fast as they can, but right down the end here, wonder if we can speed this up. So this has probably got nothing in it, but that should hold the heat sinks. This is manufacturing the heat sinks. Okay, so what's slowing it down is not... I don't need to put, say, a power shard in here. I need to fix up the aluminium sheets and make them a bit quicker. And that's happening way, way, way over there. So it's still working, but it's just not coming through as fast as it should be. So, in effect, what we need to do is hijack the cooling system and actually send it down to the bottom here. And the manufacturing, the turbo motors, they're going in here, right? Okay, got a few there. But then they need to also come down and go back down there, hey? This is always the question, do I manufacture another staircase that takes these two things down, or do I just... There's plenty of space on this side. You'd think I'd be able to... Maybe I should stick to this side and bring them down. I could do that, I suppose. The cooling system, though... Yeah, it's just coming out of here, isn't it? Not that you're going to interrupt it that much. Oh, that's a long span, though, isn't it? Damn it! You're a bit smaller, Trev. I was almost waiting. Here we go, it's coming through. I was going to say, wait for this to come through, then we'll kill this off. I've got a feeling I should just send it... Yeah, it needs to go straight over the top there, doesn't it? Alright, now that you're out of the way, let me just throw a splitter in here. So it's got to come... I'm trying to get this lined up properly. Wow, goes way back in there, eh? Alright, so let's put that there. And we'll just, we'll continue this as if nothing happened. Is that... There you go, does that look a bit better? It's kind of... Yeah, it comes along there a bit straighter. So when the next one comes out, see, it did take a while for it to pop through, so they won't have known any different. Now, under logistics, let's throw another one of these in. So it goes in there, and then it goes that way. And then, I guess we need to have, we'll have these guys going down, and we need to grab two, because maybe the top one can go, just there. And then we'll have the output. The output of this needs to kind of come almost like... What did that just do? It just went on a funny angle. Don't do that. Oh, for crying out loud. Really? Hang on. No, 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 no. That and that. Not sure if you guys saw that, but that just disappeared at the last moment. Where are they? Put them back in there for a sec. Listen, you. Maybe if I do have red on. Why did it not... Wow. I just want it to do... that. I don't know, that might have just been my mouse wheel, but just all of a sudden it changed direction. I didn't really want it to do that. So if it comes along in a straight line, which is kind of there, and then it feeds from there... Where are you? There to... Oh, jeez. Maybe take that off? Oh, wow. It needs that. Really? Is it that bad? Guess what we have to do again? Oh my goodness. These conveyor belts aren't playing well. Maybe end there. And then... She's not playing well today. There, that's what I wanted to do. Jeez! There is so little of these guys, it's going to take quite a while to... There's 25 back in there. You know, you'll end up with, I don't know, several hundred of these being on the conveyor belt before it actually gets to the unit, but it'll push it through. Alright, so same thing again, we'll just put a few more of these along. And one there. I'm going to go without the R, I think. I think that works a bit better. There. Oh, there's our first one, look. Whee! Okay. So we need to take all these down kind of towards the bottom here. Is that pole going to be in the way? Hopefully it isn't. Actually, it might have gone partly through the pole. We won't tell anyone that it's doing that, right? Is it going through the pole? Kind of just misses it. Yeah, she's a very lengthy exercise doing this. That's kind of what we need to do. Oh, actually, before I put that down, is this pipe right on the edge? Oh, damn it, it is. Okay, so that's where I've got to take it. Wonder if I can come on the inside of this. I think we've got a piece of ore here that needs to disappear. Hang on. Let me just mine that out. I think you're a bit too up close to close there, Trev. Alright, now that we've got that out of the way, we should be able to put a few more down here. Got a sneaky feeling that I might need to do this. Let's just throw some more ramps up here. Yeah, go there. Don't worry about the pipe. I'm probably not going to put it on there. There. Hang on, let me just take that and then get rid of this. add... I mean, that could be too high, but we'll see. All I'm really trying to do is to form an alternate path for this stuff to go. Can we just do one there? I mean, these could be smaller too. Like, they could be 1 meter high instead of 4s. One more, Trev? The only problem with this is it might actually go that far. We'll see in a sec. There's Mr. Bean sitting there on the edge of the ramp. Oops. No, you know you need to go that way. Now this is the question. Is that too long? No, apparently not. What about this one? I was going to say, that's got to be right on the edge of being too far. No, okay. Alright. So we've got both of our conveyor belts to there. And I wonder whether that's too far. Or too much of a twist. It might not like that. Not that way. Oh wow. Can you go that way? There you go. Then, I guess we're gonna go... Oh, he's back already. There. There. And then we'll continue that to here. And that to here. And then we're kind of on the downward run kind of thing, I suppose. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's on this side, because there's nothing really in the way until we get back to the bottom. So this guy has to go to here, and that one has to go to the top, like that. Alright, we just need a couple more down here. I reckon I can move them across to here. You reckon? If I have 2 there, and then I put 1 there. Can I get one on top without being right there? Apparently not. That's what I'm trying to do. Then we'll take the bottom one and connect it to here. Holy dooly. There. It's kind of weird. It's like you have to keep swapping between hitting R to get this to work properly. That one goes to the bottom one, and this one goes to the top one. I gather the ones down the bottom there are going to go directly into the front of the manufacturer, but these guys probably need to come over the top of this, right? Kind of wondering whether I shouldn't have made that higher. It does need to go in this direction, but it needs to be, say, 3 high? Maybe 4 high? I don't know. Can I take the bottom one and get it to go to that one? Ooh, just. I could have made it higher, I guess, but anyway. Alright, so we're going to go on a direct line through here, so let's say there. I mean, it can come down a bit now, it's not that big a deal. Wow, game. There you go. And then they kind of both need to curve here, don't they? Won't go any further than that. There you go. We'll do that. How many of these have I got left? Gee, just as well I picked up quite a few. I think I had 600 on me or something. Where's it going? There. To there. And there. Oops. To there. And then the bottom one can go to there. I'm not quite sure why that wants to go yellow. There's totally nothing wrong with that, I wouldn't have thought. That one has to go into there, maybe. Oh wow, that is a bit weird, but... Oh, and it does work. Hang on. Well... kind of. There's probably a bit too much clipping in there, but it still works. Anyway, so these two have to come from down here. So this one probably take... Yeah, the modular engines probably will come into this third one, and then this guy here is going to come from here. Wonder if we can just put... Maybe we can just put ramps down here. Oops. Hopefully that's on the right angle. Did that connect? Oh yeah, yep. Alright, so this guy has to come... Maybe we hit R again, go to here. And then we go from there right up to the top. Well, it kind of does need to curve, doesn't it? Yeah, maybe we do that. What the... No, it kind of curves. It's got to go in... Well, wow, that's a fantastic game. Jeez. I want you to twist it that much. Oh, now it goes straight. Gee, you got to flick it round a bit. How's that? Probably could have used R again. Anyway, so they're in there, they're in there, they're in there. All we need now is to get the modular frames. So where the modular frames? Smack bang in the middle of these, aren't they? Wonder if I can just put some more ramps. What was it? Only 4 ramps or something to get down there. It's funny how that works. It's like if you do it the first time, then the second time it turns it around the default direction, and then after that it sort of remembers. Anyway, still all works. So we've got to get our modular frames from way over here all the way over there. Okay. Okie dokies. How are we going to do this? Oh man, there's like there's so much stuff in the way. It's like a highway. Kind of looking at all options here. You kind of wonder whether you shouldn't just go underneath, but nah, we can put these things up pretty high and get over here, I guess. Yeah, and we can put these things on angles as well, so it's not the end of the world. Let's see. Whee. Okay, so technically, because the guy came back from outer space, kind of thing. Yeah, she's certainly getting built, isn't she? We've basically finished the tier 8 components, but yeah, we're just trying to start to get the production going for completing phase 4. So we're kind of working on the 2 middle ones at the moment. We've already got the second one from the left working, but we are now trying to get the second one from the right working, and then the other 2 we're kind of still having to work on, I guess. Alright, we're going to have to feed this. Actually, I tell you what, maybe we can just put it up like that somewhere. Probably wouldn't be a big deal if it did go up fairly high in the air. Only because it's going to have to be high in the air when it travels over the top of all this stuff, if that makes sense. So it's already up there fairly high. How about we go back to logistics? I've just been using Mark 3s, I'm not too stressed. You know what we might need to do? And maybe these? Just so I can see a little bit better here, guys. Alright. So that one there... That's a bit weird. I wonder if that's enough. Oh, yeah, I reckon it is. Yeah, maybe we can just use it with these. Comes in and hits that. I reckon it would probably hit that okay. And then just kind of... We'll have to see if that's going to work. I think it should be okay. Oh, it's too long. What the? Really? Wow, I wouldn't have thought that. Alright, we got a way of fixing this up. Surely that's got to be enough. So we can go... Which way is it facing? But you can't turn it the same amount you can the other ones. So that's got to go to here, like that. Then that has to go to here, like that. Then we have to put... Where is it? It's just there, isn't it? I don't think it'd matter if it's on a slight angle. We need to put one of these down that's high enough to collect it and then send it up there. And I think it's better if it's closer to this side, so there. And then if we go up a fair bit higher, it needs to come into the... There you go, make it look like it's going above the wire. Actually, I'm not sure, that may not be... Oh no, it does. And then I guess, yeah, we're just going to have to jump to here. Can we reach that? I'm not sure if I'm really... There you go, I saw it. There to there. Okay. Then there. Oh my goodness. There. And then there. If I can keep it as close to this edge as possible, that would be nice. Is it still coming up? There it comes. Oh, missing material. I'm down to 1, and I've only got this little bit left to go. Damn it! Isn't it always the way, guys? Alright. Well, when that is happening, when it's connected properly, we're making these 55 to start with. 2.5, 1, 3, 1. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's just a slow boat to China, I guess. Can't do much about it. It's what it's going to be. I mean, I guess, like, off camera, I tweak these things a little bit if I can. If I need a power shard here or there, I just put in a power shard, but... Yeah. And then if I really seriously want to speed up the progress, I kind of have to sometimes make the second production line. Off camera, I'm doing a few other things that I sometimes don't always show, but I'm trying to find out where something's too slow and try to speed it up. But I think I said last episode that this is kind of what the problem is. It's an exponential thing. It's like every time we get to another unit, it uses some of the previous ones, and so you kind of have to either have them pre-made, so you've got a lot stored so it doesn't affect the production rate, or you just need to have more production lines, more power shards, or upgrade the equipment. So yeah, at the moment I'm just pretty much just using Mark II miners, and there's Mark III now, so I could potentially make them quicker. I could put in faster conveyor belts, pretty much faster everything. I just haven't kind of gone into using them yet, kind of thing, but I just want to see if I can get to the end of the completing phase 4. Actually, I won't go back to the main base, I'll go this way, because that's where my steel beams are. But I will hit E just there, so I don't go flying up to the top area up there. So don't forget, this one here still has a bit of space to go, but I've got a storage unit over to the other side over there, which is, actually I might just take 800. Kind of helps. I mean, it's a shame it wasn't, shame I didn't have a few more just before. I think I'm probably like 30 short or something. Oh, there's that yellow power slug too. I need to make the hazmat suit and jump up on top. I don't have an enormous amount of the slugs left. I think I've got 2 or 3 of each. So, the blue ones are 1-to-1 ratio and yellows are 1-to-2, and I think the peaky reddy ones or purple ones are kind of, again, higher, 1-to-3 or something. So I might have 8 to 10 power shards left at the moment, but I haven't explored the whole map yet, so there's bound to be heaps and heaps of other power slugs sitting around the place that I can go and grab. Turn into more power shards, I guess. She's gone a bit dark in the game. So yeah, we'll go up. We'll finish this off, and at least we'll have those, the second from the right, thermal production rocket, being manufactured. I mean, we only need half as many of them as we need those, but I should have kind of been making that one on the far left earlier, because I need 500 of them, but I can certainly make the nuclear pasta now too, but I only need 100 of them, but gee, how fast is it going to be making them? But anyway, I have a feeling I think that's the last objective. I mean, you can spend so many hundreds, if not thousands of hours in this game just trying to get everything tweaked. But yeah, just want to really just find out what happens or what you need to do to get to the end of this, completing Phase 4. And basically completing the space elevator. That's kind of what I want to do. I guess that's the main kind of objective, I guess. Alright, we'll fly up here, throw a few more steel beams in and get this production line going. Which is kind of the main thing to do this episode. There you go. Back where we should have been, into there. Okay, so these are piling up on their conveyor belts at the moment, but there's, certainly not a lot. Wow, that's got a lot to go yet, isn't it? Alright, where? I'm just looking for power. I can probably just take it directly off of here, I guess. Let me just put this, we're going to put it right down next to the unit, I suppose. Okay, so when that comes out and finishes, it will put it... Oh, that's the other thing we need to do, is look at the dimensional depots too. I'll probably find out that I should have done that earlier. Okay, so this... It's waiting for more cooling systems to come before it starts making its first one. So I think off camera, this... The manufacturing speed of this is what's going to be the problem at the moment, and it links all the way back to the aluminium area. Yeah, I think that's what the problem is. So off camera, I'll go back and see if I can tweak that a bit, because I think we need to increase that. I mean, it'd be great to like quadruple the speed of that coming out. I think that'd be the way to go, but at least we've got this production line in place. This is the next thing that we've had to make. But yeah, like I said, top right hand corner, it's got to make 250 of these. Good grief. Okay. Then, what was the other one? It was the director, which, if I can find it, it's right down here somewhere. Assembly director system. See, for me to make 500 of them, this is kind of more or less being made back at the main base. So I don't know. To make 500, I need 500 supercomputers. So I don't know whether just to physically transfer the 500 supercomputers to that location and put it into storage there. So it needs 250 of them, 500 of them. Yeah. I'm not sure. I think I might have made... Let's go and have a look. I have a feeling I made the supercomputers back over in the kind of oil area, I think. Before I leave the episode, let's go and have a look. We'll see if we can remember where we're meant to transfer here and go off to the oil system. It's a wonder I don't make another one that goes down there, but takes a fair bit of resources and a fair bit of time and effort to try to make a lot of these interconnecting tubes. So I think I'll go E here, so we go this way. And then I think this is just going to basically take us all the way back down to the oil area. So what we're looking for is supercomputers. Where on earth was I making supercomputers? I'm not even sure if it is down here. I'm just going to look down here. I know the normal computers are being made here and they're being shipped by a conveyor belt kind of thing. We'll see. Ouch. Alright, so we'll jump over here. So that... Oh, there's a lot of these in storage, isn't there? Jeez. So the computers were here. And they were basically being transferred up over the top there. You often think they could be done a bit quicker as well. I'm pretty certain this is the only place that I manufacture computers. So for me to manufacture the supercomputers... Where are they on this list? There. Computers, I would need AI limiter, high-speed connector, and then... Oh, actually... You know where they could be? It is a possibility they're back where we were. Because, the reason why I say that is because... Although I should have a look over here just to make sure. Because I'm shipping out a lot of plastic along this conveyor belt. Oops. So it's get up here for a sec. So the plastic and the rubber are both being shipped. The computers are being shipped. So it's possible that... Yeah, okay, they might be. Isn't it funny? You're trying to track where the heck you've got things being made. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's when you got to run along these things you realise how big and how far they stretch. What is that? Is that coal? I think I've got coal coming up here too. And then computers on the right. Oh yeah, I might have. Oh yeah, I think I did. Well, if I don't, I can make the super... No, I've been making the supercomputers. What am I talking about? I've got them back at the base, so... Yeah, I've got a feeling they must be being made here. Because I think in this area underneath here, I've actually got the AI limiters being made. So whether the supercomputers are done underneath or up above, I'm not sure. Let's have a look here. See, this could be the plastic line being used for that. Let's have a look and see what's being made here. I think that's not going to help much because they're actually already disappearing. So there's the circuit boards and there's the AI limiters. Okay. And both of those go up to the top. Okay. Can I hijack this pipe here for a sec? There you go. I gather it's one of these. Are you making supercomputers? No, you're making the radio control units. What about you? You're making the supercomputers. Okay. So... And I don't think they're being stored. Oh, they might be. Oh, they are. Oh, okay. And we've got a... Oh, I've got a ton of them. Wow, okay. Well, hang on. How many is there? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there's about 655 or something sitting there. So, hang on. Let's just recap. We're trying to make... Now, we've made that. So off camera, I might have a look at these other ones down the bottom here. But I think we're trying to make this. Okay, so here's the issue. The supercomputers are made right where I'm standing, sitting in this storage container. And the adaptive control units are back at the main base, which is way, way over there to the left. I could set an assembler up and pull that from where it's being made into the assembler and just have a storage box which takes, what did I say before, 500? And there's like 650 there. So I wouldn't have to wait for these to be made is kind of what I'm saying. They're still being made, but I think that's going to be the way to do it. That's what I reckon. You know what I could do just before I finish the episode? Let me take a few more with me. What's that? 200, 250. Just take 300. And I know I've got some there, but I'll come back and get the other half. I was just thinking while I'm going to go back, I might as well grab some of them to get it started. That won't take very long for us to do that, so let's give that a go. Because basically it's just an assembler with two items going into it. And we've kind of got both of them being manufactured. Mind you, the adaptive control units, we don't have a lot of them. What was... Oh, that's right. What was holding that up, I was thinking, was the heavy modular frames, which we've now got working again. So that should speed up a bit. So I might just have a quick peek in there just to see how many's actually being made. And then while I'm off doing some other things, you know, these things are actually scaling up and starting to produce a lot. So the main aim is to try to get all these things up to those quantities that you see in the top right hand corner so we can ultimately finish completing objective phase 4. Which has been a long journey. Oh my goodness. I didn't realise Satisfactory was this complex. Very, very involved. I mean, kind of like some of the other games like Factorio, I suppose, and things like that. Oh, why am I going this way? Damn it! Did I miss it? I think I missed it. No, I don't want to go up there either. Actually, do I need to grab anything before I go back? Oh, I know what I might grab. Hang on. How many of these steel beams have I got? Oh, I've got tons. In fact, I'll probably just throw some back. Yeah, I won't go there just yet. Just let me grab... This is what I have been doing to speed things up a bit. I grab 100 of these encased industrial beams. Then we go back into here. There you go. Back to the main base. So I wonder where we should make this. Probably up on the top there again, I guess. So all this is being manufactured up there. Maybe we need to extend this area at the back here, perhaps? Alrighty. We need to go back up here. These heavy modular frames don't get enough encased industrial beams, and I see it like that. 2 out of 5, then it's slow to get 3 out of 5, and so on. So what I want to do is just kind of throw some in there to keep that working. Which is all good. Then we'll just pop up on top here. Okay, so this is where we initially had the modular... Is it modular? Modular engines? Yeah, so we've got 2 places now that we're making them, and that's okay, I can keep making them, but this is the adaptive control units, so it's probably made about 20 since I've been recording. So it should really start to ramp up, but yeah, we need a lot. So what did I say? It was it was 250 of these? Hang on, let's double check. I think that was the case. No, it's not that. It is the director. Where's the director? Assembly director system. Yeah, every 2... Oh, no way. Oh, wow, okay. We actually need 1,000 of these made. Oh, wow, okay. We're going to have to make sure that this keeps running. What's it got a problem with now? Computers? Ah, geez, I have to go and pick up some computers at some point. And bring them... Oh, it's a pity we can't have another manufacturing plant for computers. You know what? Off camera, I'm going to have a think about that, because I think what I've been doing is physically, this is not connected either, so the computers are just coming out of this storage box here. Yeah, I think everything else is okay, it's just the computers. Okay, got to do something with that too. Alright, so we could just put an assembler out the edge here. Just stretch that out a bit further, I suppose. And then have the two lines coming this way, so we could put an assembler down here that kind of runs sort of like maybe there, I think. And then we'll just make this a little bit, well actually, probably need to make this twice the width. That one's okay, it's just sitting on the wall, that's all it's doing. Alright, so we could put our storage unit right next to this. If I can get it lined up properly, like that. Yeah, I guess the only way this is going to work is if I put a second one, because I'm manually bringing these things over here, so it's got to go like that. Can I line that up? Oh, it does. Wasn't expecting that to fit in, but anyway. So if we go in this side, press R, line that up, and then we take this guy and we put it into there. Okay, so then what we need to do, I know we haven't got the whole 500. Oops. We haven't got the whole 500 here, but we'll take out every supercomputer, which is about 300. And where's our... I was going to say, where's our closest power? We got a power pole up here? Oh, we have, but it's way over there. Can we just drag that to here, maybe? Okay. And we might... Whoops, can we click on that? Yep, thank you. There. That gives me a few more connections there if I need it. And then we can power that up. We've got to tell this thing to make the assembly director system, which uses both of those, which is... Wow, it does take a while. Wow, it's not even making one per minute. Oh, wow, okay. Obviously we're going to have to speed this up. Look, eventually these won't keep up, I suppose, especially the adaptive control units. Supercomputers should be fine, but we might have to put some of these already in here. Overclock that. That's 1.125. Oh, jeez. The second one. It's not really... Let's face it, it's not really increasing the power that much. We'll wait till it jumps through this, making this first one. So hang on, what happens if we did go 3 on here? It's not even making 2 per minute. I guess it's, what, 2.5 times faster than it was before, I guess? I'm just curious, once this goes from 60-odd% to 100, at least we can have a quick look and go, okay, well it's jumped from 15 watts to, I don't know what it is, 50, 60, 70, 80 watts? Oh, 80 megawatts I should say. Actually, what's the whole thing at the moment? Our orange is gone, still not over 3 gigawatts, and we're almost, 4.5, 5. We're almost there, 94, 95. Oh, about 50. Okay, it's about 50. Alright. Okay, yeah, it's not going to add that much to the overall power. So I kind of need to go and grab the other 200 plus of the supercomputers and store them in there. And then as long as I've got enough computers coming through to manufacture these guys, yeah, I should be right, I guess. But yeah, I think I'm going to have to make another computer manufacturing line. I think there's not enough being made, and that's going to have to be done over the oil area. So I have to think about how I'm going to make another run somewhere, which is quite complex because it's quite quite convoluted, the manufacturing of the simple computer over there. Anyway, alright guys, well I think that's it. That's about as much as I think I can get done today. Let's just double check what it says in here. Okay, so now we should be able to make the nuclear pasta. So it hasn't... I'm curious, so I can't... This is all unlocked, this whole tier 8. But I can't complete Space Elevator Phase 4 to unlock tier. So hang on, after we finish these components, does that mean that there's another set of tier options in tier 9? I'd be curious about that, but okay, so looking up top right, we're now manufacturing everything but the nuclear pasta. So just before I leave, what is nuclear pasta? Apart from me running around the place trying to... Oh, that's right, that's what we had to look at the beginning. So okay, I've got to kind of make the pressure conversion cube first. Once I've got that made... Radio control unit. So we've got the... We could hijack these to make that. And then once we've got that, we use that in combination with the copper powder, which we can make local over there as well. So it looks like the nuclear pasta is going to be made over in that area we spent most of our time in this episode, I guess. Alright, so I've got a little bit of work to do off camera to kind of tweak a bit of the production. Otherwise, it'll... Well, no, actually it won't work because that's not going to work at all until I get computers either manually dragged over there, but I think I really massively need to ramp up my computer production. So I guess that's what the next episode is going to be about, guys. Anyway, I'm going to have to leave the episode here. Certainly hope you enjoyed it today. If you did, you can really help the channel out by smashing that like button for the video, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, you can mega help the channel out by subscribing. Alright everyone, thanks so much. Cheers.